Welcome back, fight fans. We are the Unprofessional Experts. Got a brand new episode for you today. As always, go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, pick a social media network, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It doesn't matter. Pick your favorite podcast station. Just search the Unprofessional Experts podcast and get tuned in, because if you do not, we will fight you in real life. Got a special guest with me today. We have an up-and-coming light heavyweight contender out of the state of Indiana, Mr. Isaiah Dent, and he's got the little man with him, Ezekiel. Thank you for joining me for the podcast.
I want to correct him. I'm a super middleweight.
Super middleweight. Hey, he's here to fight. Doesn't matter the weight class. He's bringing that drama.
What's up?
He's a fighter for sure, man. Thank you for joining the podcast today. How you feeling, man?
I feel good. I'm ready. Just training hard, really. And
Staying ready.
Stay ready, you know.
You stay ready. You don't have to get ready. Appreciate that, man. Just want to recap last night's action. Mr. King Rye, he shocked the world. I can't say I saw that coming. How did you feel about last night's mega fight? What did you think, man?
Not gonna lie, I don't know why everybody they love Devin Haney, bro, and I never thought much of him, but I didn't think much of Ryan either. But I had a feeling he was gonna stop Devin Haney because you know Devin Haney ain't got no chin. If he get touched, we see what happened. So, yeah.
I agree, man. I do think Devin Haney's chin failed him in that matchup. It looked like he may have even suffered a broken jaw.
Bro, I said rough. The same thing. Oh, my God. It was bad.
He was lumped up. He suffered probably the worst beating of his career.
Yeah.
I was actually a fan of the Devin Haney experience. I wasn't at first, but I was really impressed with his last couple of fights. I really felt like Devin Haney was going to go in there and outbox Ryan. Ryan's antics were absolutely crazy. He did the most. He was smoking. He was drinking, tweeting absurd stuff. I just thought he was crazy. He was drunk. I didn't know what was going on with Ryan Garcia.
I thought he was on drugs.
On something. It just didn't seem right.
I thought he got a hold of that cocaine, that yayo.
He might have had some booger sugar.
Yeah, for real.
But he did what he had to do, man. He came out. Man, that hook was sharp. I liked it. I liked the way he came in and he asserted himself. At times, it looked a little goofy. He tried to do that weird shoulder roll that he does where he just turns his entire back and he gets to leaning over. Not sure if that's
Don't get me wrong. I think Ryan's still trash. He fought like a hoe. He was turning his whole back, bro. Like, he really didn't want no action. He got power in that left hook.
And I think speed made the difference. I think Devin just didn't see those hooks coming, and that resulted in power. You know, the punches that hurt you are the ones that you don't see coming. I think that's exactly what happened to Devin Haney. What would we like to see next out of Ryan Garcia? You think they should rematch, or should he just move on?
I think they are going to rematch that because it's such controversial. And, yeah, I think they might rematch that for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the little man Ezekiel. He's in the podcast. Hey, he's hanging out with Dad today as they get prepared for Dad's upcoming matchup.
Hey, he getting heavy, bro. I have to put him down, bro. My arm is tired.
Shout out La Jefa Promotions. We got an upcoming fight on May 11th. First female promoter in the city. Shout out Susanna Rodriguez. Mr. Dent is here to let us know how he feels about his fight, man. What can we expect from you on your matchup on May 11th?
You know, coming out with fireworks. I ain't fought in like 2 years, so, you know, I'm excited. So it's going to be a lot of adrenaline, going to be a lot of action. I don't know who the opponent is or how many fights he got, what he's bringing to the table, but it's going to be a fight for sure.
It's going to be a fight for sure. That's May 11th at the Tyndall Armory. Once again, shout out La Jefa Promotions. It's a stacked card. It's a lot of good fighters on there, including Mr. Isaiah Dent himself. Be sure to check that out. I myself am predicting an early knockout from Mr. Dent. He said he's going to do his thing, so let's make sure that we are there for those fights.
It might go to distance.
No, it's not going to go to distance.
It might
do your thing.
It might go to distance, bro.
You're going to absolutely do your thing. I'm calling it for you, man.
We know I don't have much pop on my punches, so.
Here goes the antics. These are the Ryan Garcia type antics. He's trying to draw his opponent in and catch him with something.
I'm just known for like maybe a couple. I throw a couple punches around and just try to outsmart you, you know. But I I ain't got like pop, you know, like pop. I'm just gonna tap, dance around a little bit, put my Muhammad Ali, pop. That's it.
I think that he's got a poker face on, but definitely excited for these matchups on May 11th at the Tyndall Armory. Those matchups will be exciting.
Hey, shout out to Susanna too. She doing that thing. She stood on that. She said she was gonna open up her promotion and do this and do that. A lot of guys say that and haven't done it. They tried and failed, and she went through and she's going hard. So shout out to Susanna.
Big shout out to Susanna. She's definitely doing her thing. It's important to bring those promotions right back here to the city where we're all from. Got to bring the city up. So definitely big shout out to Susanna Rodriguez. So one thing that I definitely want to go over today, we got to talk about exciting matchups, you know, matchups that may or may not happen, but we got to talk about it just for the sake of sports.
Mm-hmm.
The fights that, the predictions, thinking about who may have beaten who, how those things turn out. So I got a good one for you. So hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
I have, in light of last night's action, I'm going to go ahead and throw in Ryan Garcia against somebody who's also very technically skilled. He is very smart, very defensive, a legend in his own right. Ryan Garcia versus Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. Ooh. How do you feel about that matchup?
I got Ryan by knockout, third round. No, for real. No, I'm guessing that. Definitely Pernell. He probably stops him. A lot of people think Pernell just a slick fighter and great defense, which is also true. But that nigga had a dog in him, bro. He's a dog. He's gonna get down. He's gonna fight, and he's gonna try to knock you out. He's gonna try to stop you. He just don't hit that hard, you know. But hey, he's probably gonna stop Ryan with a body shot.
That's interesting that you said that. We saw what happened with Ryan against the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. He was put down with a body shot. Sounds like we're predicting pretty much more of the same. But you did say Ryan stops him in the third jokingly, but I think there's something to that. That left hook that I saw last night, it was a game changer. It breaks jaws. It breaks opponents down.
You telling me he's hitting Pernell with that left hook?
He's hitting them, and he's hurting them with it.
The podcast is over. It's done with, bro. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for tuning in.
Think about it, though. The way he was throwing that hook, all antics aside, the way that Devin Haney couldn't get out of the way of it, the way how effective that hook was. You don't see a lot of fighters who have one punch that just completely changes the entire fight. I think if he lands it on Pernell, we're talking about Sweet Pea taking a nice nap. It's possible.
You know who had a great left hook? I'm going to name two fighters that had great left hooks.
Better than Ryan Garcia. Better than the left hook we saw last night.
Absolutely.
Who was that?
Felix Trinidad.
Okay.
What did he do to Felix? Damn, never mind.
He's a legend. Okay, I'll take that.
Oscar De La Hoya.
De La Hoya.
That's a controversy fight.
The promoter of said Ryan Garcia. That would be a great matchup as well. Yeah. I do think Sweet Pea could potentially be just a little bit too defensive. And if he gets caught lacking, he might even get his jaw broken, just like Devin, the Dream Haney.
Hey, never disrespect the legend, bro.
I really like Sweet Pea, though, but I just think what I saw last night, it changed my opinion. I've said this before, man. I think I am now a believer in the Ryan Garcia experience, man. I really liked what he did. Antics aside, either he's crazy or he's not. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day,
hey, he sold the fight.
Absolutely,
he sold the fight. He did what he was supposed to do. He promoted that fight. He sold it. If he had to play crazy, if he had to drink a beer,
as he missed weight,
hey, he sold the fight. I give him credit that he did what he had to do. Because before that, outside of like boxing fans, don't nobody know who Devin Haney is, bro.
I like Devin Haney, man. I was actually disappointed that he went in there and he laid an egg and got beat up the way that he did. But hopefully that Devin goes back to the drawing board. His chin was somewhat exposed, and what happened to him last night.
Honestly, that fight should have got stopped on one of them knockdowns. That nigga had noodle legs.
He very well could have been stopped.
He fell 4 more times after the knockdown. Like, could have been stopped. The only reason they didn't stop it is because he was champion. He was world champion, and I think they wanted him to win, really, but uh-oh. That's what he said last night, too. He said, uh-oh.
Shout out to little man Ezekiel hanging out with Dad.
You want to say hi?
Podcast today.
That's cool.
Appreciate little man joining us as well.
Appreciate y'all for having us.
No problem. Thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was exciting. We may potentially get a rematch between Devin and Ryan. Who knows? Ryan Garcia in the post-fight interview, he said he was smoking on that Haney pack and that he was going to move up to welterweight, potentially fight at 147. There's some huge potential matchups there. If Bud doesn't move up, you know, you got him. You got guys like Spence, Keith Thurman. Who knows what weight classes all of these guys are fighting at. But absolutely some huge matchups. If he does decide to go ahead and move up to 147, just kind of don't really know what goes on with Ryan Garcia, what's going on in that mind of his. But I can say I'm definitely looking forward to his next matchup after the way he demolished Devin Haney last night.
You been smoking on that pack too? You good?
Fresh off that Haney. Fresh off that Haney pack. But no, last night was exciting, man. Really looking forward to what happens next. Once again, be sure to tune in May 11th, Tuna Armory, downtown, Light Heifer Promotions. Mr. Isaiah Dent is going to do his thing. Probably have a little man with him. They'll both
he for sure going to come with me.
For sure. Once again, go ahead, check out, man, every podcast station, man, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Just search the Unprofessional Experts podcast. Shout out to Triumph Gym out here on Allisonville, man. This is the gym where it all goes down. Bring your kids, man, bring their family. You can get your workouts in. You can learn the sweet science, the art of boxing. Once again, shout out Triumph Gym. We are the Unprofessional Experts podcast.